Hi, I'm Amy from the Altis store. I am here with Kyle and Jake from Morningstar Corporation. Hello, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure. So we are going to talk about DC coupling. So just quick overview, DC coupling, what is it?
Well, DC coupling is essentially the way we've been charging batteries for a long time. It really just refers to the method of taking PV direct DC energy and doing something useful with it, either charging batteries or running DC loads. There's two ways you can do it, either low voltage or high voltage. We'll mainly be talking about the high voltage variety.
Excellent. So now we have got the Morningstar Tristar MPPT 600 volt charge controller.
Right.
So tell me a bit about this.
Sure.
So this 600 volt charge controller was originally designed for off-grid. Like we said, that's sort of what our reputation has been founded on. We know how to charge batteries. We've been doing it very well. We tried to bring with us this expertise into our foray to retrofit existing grid-tied systems for battery backup. And so this will result in high efficiency, the standard of being able to use longer wiring runs, not having to reconfigure your array. Should be simpler, cleaner installation, and has been accepted as sort of the world standard now for battery backup DC charging.
So we are seeing a lot more people going and retrofitting their grid-tied systems. They're adding battery backup to their grid-tied system because the way grid-tied systems are designed is if the grid goes out, you lose your power.
Right.
And you sit there, sun is shining on your panels, but your inverter's off, and you're getting dirty looks from your spouse because your system is out and the neighbor with a generator is up and running.
Maybe a little loud, but he's running.
Yeah.
So adding batteries to your grid-tied system gives you the best of all worlds.
Sure.
So how would you go about retrofitting your grid-tied system with a DC coupled system?
Well, in DC coupling, it's actually pretty straightforward. I mean, we're just talking about adding the right power electronics to take DC power from solar and put it into a battery. Charge the batteries with the proper 4-stage charging that they're expecting to be given, which leads to longer life, better battery health, and really most importantly in an outage scenario, a higher state of charge. And you know, it's kind of an engineered solution that we built for off-grid that has found its way into this scenario. It's been proven for many, many years. There's really not much technology to be proven. It's just an adaptation of the way we've been doing charging since '93 when we were founded.
Right, and so people lately have been doing AC coupling to add batteries, and so how is this different from that?
Well, AC coupling came about, I believe, because it was an available solution to a problem that arose. It wasn't ever an engineered solution. It was more of a workaround to create this capability to use batteries and PV tied together, coupled on the AC side of the bus. We added a DC coupling option mainly because we thought it was a better way to design an off-grid system and add batteries, essentially run your home off-grid with really no interaction to the AC side of the system. So much simpler layout, easier in concept, better for batteries, and scalable.
And so now when the grid goes out, what happens?
So when the grid goes out, your critical loads panel, which has been constantly charged by the inverter charger down from the grid-tied inverter during grid-tied operation, your critical loads panel will transfer the power seamlessly to pick up your loads. So there should be no lag in time operation there, no lights going off. Your clock on your microwave should continue to read the same time. So then when that happens, you're running off of battery power, and your inverter charger is taking that DC battery power and transitioning it to AC to power those critical loads.
In the same way as a generator, an automatic transfer switch, and a generator solution would work, we envision this being very similar. It also eliminates the need for a 5-minute interval for reconnect on AC coupled systems. It's a continuous flow of power. Charging is backed up whenever the sun is shining, and that load transfer time can be made to be a seamless transition during an outage.
And so that then when to charge the batteries, it's just going to be going through your 600 volt charge controller.
So, yeah, the inverter charger will sort of trickle charge the batteries during grid-tied operation, but when the controller is switched to off-grid mode, the controller becomes operational and will start charging directly, carrying the bulk of the charging, ideally maintaining that 95% state of charge that's familiar with MPPT controllers. Our 600 volt Tristar MPPT has a 97.9% efficiency rating. So that should give you the benefit of the DC coupling over the less efficiency lost in some other conversion processes through other alternatives.
And so how much of the array can your charge controller take?
Well, it has the ability to harvest up to 3.2 kilowatts for a single controller running off a 48 volt battery. Now it can also run off a 24 volt battery with slight reduction in power harvesting, slight reduction in efficiency.
But mainly we're talking about 2 strings of 600 volt input to a single controller. Could always add more. Just add another controller and reroute up to 2 strings to each controller.
So it's very modular. You can build it to be the size that you need it to be.
Sure. You could even just add controllers without batteries in anticipation of a future expense, and just add capacity even to hybrid AC coupled systems.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for coming here. I'm Amy from the Altese store, and we've got Jake and Kyle from Morningstar Corporation.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.